Toastmasters, and guests. Can you think of a time when you wanted to quit your job? Did you actually end up doing it? Well, quite a lot of people have been doing just that recently. In fact, according to the latest Bureau of Labor Statistics report, there was a record high of 4.5 million people leaving their job this past November alone. And I was one of those. I wanted to speak with you all today about 3 words that have shaped the world of work since 2021. The Great Resignation. I'll focus on what this is, why it's happening, and what this means for the future. As some of you may remember from when I mentioned in a past meeting, I recently switched jobs within a year of being in that position. And strangely enough, I liked that job and the one I was in before that as well. So, what motivated me and millions of other Americans to make the switch? Well, first, let's start with what this phenomenon called the Great Resignation is. This phrase is used to describe the wave of people quitting their job during this ongoing pandemic. While the largest rise in quitting is in the leisure, hospitality, and retail area, this is not exclusive to a few industries. People everywhere have been rethinking where, how, and why we work. The Great Resignation has continued to dominate headlines and stun many business leaders as turnovers reach new highs. Some people describe this work revolution we're witnessing as the Great Reset or the Great Realization. What I've realized is that it's not just about getting another job or leaving the workforce. It's about taking control of your work and personal life and making a big decision, such as resigning, to accomplish that. It's about empowerment. Now, let's turn our attention to why this is happening and what is causing these soaring numbers. A clear reason is simply that people are dissatisfied with where they're spending their time 40 plus hours each week. If you are going to spend the majority of your waking hours somewhere, don't you want to feel happy and fulfilled while you're there? Workers are especially unhappy with how their employers treated them during the pandemic. People are also leaving due to low pay or lack of benefits. Another big one is lack of work-life balance. I fully recognize and understand that full-time jobs can't always be rainbows and butterflies. There are days when work really sucks because that's life. There are good days and bad days. And that doesn't mean you should immediately quit and be unscrupulous. However, you can have control over the job you work. So dissatisfaction shouldn't be a pattern. And the secret is out, the grass is greener, and companies are hiring new employees at even higher rates than people are quitting. It is a candidate's market and the perfect opportunity for someone to take the leap into something new. Employees, such as myself, don't always leave jobs because they hate where they're at. Some just believe there could be something even greater on the horizon. Also, many lifestyles and habits have changed since the pandemic began. People have been leaving work due to caregiving responsibilities, wanting to be closer to family or job flexibility. With the way technology is advancing, companies that are offering remote or flexible work arrangements are much more attractive to employees now. A common mindset is, I can do this same exact job, but for 20% more pay and live where I want to. So why wouldn't I try and apply? Another factor behind high resignation rates is the sense of feeling professionally stuck or feeling that your career path has stalled. Employees want greater transparency around growth and development. Honestly, that's the boat that I was in. So we know why this great shift is happening. What now? What can companies do about it? What can we do about it? Organizations should invest in training managers to be better leaders. In other words, an employee should be made to feel that their work is important and that their manager trusts, engages, and listens to them. Newly hired employees should feel a sense of belonging quickly so that they feel they're part of a cohesive team. Companies need to build a culture that is intentional and where employees have the technology and tools they need to connect to others in the organization. As we move into a hybrid work reality, there are less geographical limitations on finding talent. So companies need to make improvements now to stay competitive in recruiting top talent. You also have a part in this too. I always tell my peers that you are in the driver's seat of your own career. Are you at the place where you are the most valued? There has never been a better time to pivot your career and start a new path. And that is exactly what the Great Resignation is. With the Great Resignation comes great opportunity. If you believe there could be something better for you, it doesn't hurt to start throwing in some applications. Believe in yourself and your skills, and don't be afraid to take any risks because it just might pay off. Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you, Janna. That was awesome and definitely inspirational